Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. We are talking about vaccines with the Saginaw County Health Department this morning. Joining us is Medical Director Dr. Delisha Pruitt and Health Officer Christina Harrington. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, you're welcome. Okay, so what is the biggest challenge that the Saginaw County Health Department is facing with COVID-19 vaccination right now?
Well, great question, Colette, but definitely doses. We are so much at the mercy of the state right now that no matter how many doses that we would like to request, we can't control how many come into our community, unfortunately. We can't even actually order doses right now. The state has an allocation that they get, and that gets dispersed to all of the local health departments and the hospitals who are currently getting doses. So it obviously makes scheduling clinics very, very hard, and we're really working just week to week. We do get allocations on a weekly basis, and obviously we know that that makes those who are waiting for a dose very anxious right now because they've registered with us and they're just patiently waiting, or maybe sometimes impatiently waiting, to get their dose. And so we want folks to know that we can't schedule clinics out a month or 2 months or 3 months in advance because we don't know what the doses will look like for that. So right now, if they just register with us, we continue to work on the list to get them registered. So we have almost 50,000 people eligible for the vaccine in this phase 1B. So it's really going to take us months to schedule everyone for the first and the second doses at our current rate of what we're seeing in that allocation.
Sure. So are you making progress right now vaccinating people?
Yeah, Colette,
Yes,
we're
Doctor.
doing a really good job with the limited doses that we have from the state. In Saginaw County, all the vaccine providers have received 30,000 doses, and we're working collaboratively to reach out to people as quickly and as fairly as possible. We want everyone to know that we want everyone who wants a vaccine to have a vaccine. We started in late December with the frontline healthcare workers, which was a large group for us here in Saginaw County. Now we're moving to phase 1B, following the state guidelines to prioritize people 65 and older. And right now we're doing some schools, law enforcement, homeless shelters, and child care. And we're having vaccination clinics by appointment from our registration list. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't know exactly like when are the clinics. They're from our list. And we call people to come to the vaccination clinics. We've administered 2,100 to date, with remaining earmarked for second doses and some first dose clinics within the next 7 days. And no doses have been wasted. We make sure that we used every dose that we had.
And Dr. Pruitt, I just want you to reiterate to people how safe that these vaccines are.
The vaccines are very safe.
Good. Yes.
A lot of people are concerned that the vaccines were rushed, or how could they come up with a vaccine so fast? Well, most people don't know is that there are other coronaviruses, and vaccines were prepared years ago for this. And so they finished actually phase 1 of a long time ago, 2003, phase 1 of some of these vaccines. So they just had to pick up where they left off and then keep going to phase 2 and phase 3 until they got the emergency use. So we want people to know that these vaccines are safe. They're 95% effective. So we want to encourage everyone out there to get the vaccine. There's a lot of myths out there, but they are safe and effective.
Thank you, doctor. Now, how do people make an appointment for one of these clinics?
Well, the first thing is that we will call you. We will send you an email or call you on the phone when your sort of number is up to get you into a clinic. So there isn't at this time any online registration for the appointment itself. We do have the online registration to get you on our list, and that's really, really simple registration process. So of course, if you do have an internet connection and have a computer or a smartphone that can get you onto SaginawPublicHealth.org, right on our homepage for those that are 65 years in age and older, you can register. We just ask for your name, your age, your address, and an email and a phone number, so that when a dose becomes available, actually the health department or one of our hospital partners will call you and say, we're ready to schedule you for an appointment. So I know folks say, okay, I've registered, I should be scheduled right away. And that's just not how it's working, because like we mentioned earlier, there just aren't enough doses.
Right.
So basically the registration list puts you on the list so that we know when you live in our community and you want a vaccination as soon as one becomes available. So if folks don't have an internet connection, obviously a family member can register for them. So we even have individuals who put their own information in, like a daughter's email address, because she knows that she'll frequently check that. Or I did that when I put my dad on the list. I knew he wouldn't check his email, so I put my email on the list for that notification to come out, because we do send directions for the clinic and different specifics, and maybe the consent form ahead of time if people want to print it off or look at the consent form before they come to the clinic. So absolutely family members can help register them. For folks that just don't have somebody to help them through that process, there's actually two great ways that people are on the phone that will be able to help them register. One is our Saginaw County Commission on Aging. They're answering the phone, and they can actually register these folks right over the phone for them, because as long as you can give us your name and the contact information I mentioned, they can complete the registration form for you. So the number for the Commission on Aging is 989-797-6880. In addition, folks can also call 211. So they can pick up their phone if you dial 211. That is a community resource through the United Way. We've sent all of our information into them, and they can help folks get registered as well. So you'll talk to a real live person who can help you get registered as well. So a couple different mechanisms really to get registered. We're trying to make it as simple and easy as possible. We are hearing that our pharmacies are going to be coming more and more on board. You've probably heard that Myers is accepting registrations right now too. That's an online process. So I believe if you go to Meijer.com, you can register with Meijer. Also hearing that we might have additional pharmacies coming on board, like Rite Aid, in the near future as well. So there might be additional opportunities for folks to get registered multiple ways.
Now, what should people do while they wait besides being patient?
Right. So first of all, we want you to expect to wait. This process can take weeks to even months to get an appointment or to receive a call. So this is not unusual for you to wait, because this group is so large, the 65 and older group. Right now, we're prioritizing 80 plus. Be patient. We know it's hard to wait. Try to focus on the good part, is that a lot of people want the vaccine, and there's a lot of vaccine confidence when it comes to the vaccines. So we want everybody to know that we want you to get the vaccines. You can do the 3 W's. We talk about this all the time when you're when dealing with COVID-19. You want to wear your mask, wash your distance, wash your hands. Those are the 3 W's, and so that's what you do to truly protect yourself. You don't have to call the health department. We are getting a lot of phone calls here. We want you to know that you will wait, but we will get to you because we want you to have that vaccine. Once contacted, you will be directed to go to one of our partners. It could be a hospital partner, a clinic partner, or come to the health department where we will be doing vaccines. So just because you get a call from one of the partners, know that the health department shared your name with them, and then they will call you to get a vaccine. So that's what you need to do, is just to be patient and wait. Do the 3 W's. That's the best way to protect yourself until you can get vaccinated.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pruitt, and thank you, Christina, for joining us today for this valuable information. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for helping communicate our information out. We appreciate it.
Of course, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you'd like any more information, just head on over to the hot link section of WNEM.com.